Alright, guys. Recently, I've had a discussion, and this is one that I get into relatively frequently, about the correlation between intelligence and religiosity. In my personal experience, some people who are otherwise uh, very intelligent people allow emotion to cloud their judgment. And in this particular case, this is honestly, obviously, just me kind of assuming, but I believe the most likely situation is it's this. It's like it stems from good nature, which is, of course, a good thing. But sometimes you can want to be good to such an extent that it can cause you to make faulty statements. And in this case, I believe it's a desire for everyone to be equal. Or in this particular case, atheists, agnostics, and religious people. But if you think of this, if you take a moment and stop and think of this on its head, it's absolutely retarded. What would make you think that people who believe, I'll do my best to be as objective as possible here rather than insulting. People who believe that they were created and all mankind, everything was created by some sort of divine deity, or deities for that matter, and people who don't believe, mainly due to lack of evidence. Why would you think that, like, if you were to take all people who are theists and all people who are not and measure their IQ, that they would be identical? That is some wishful thinking on a whole nother level there, in my opinion. That's just, it's, even if you don't dig any further, even if you don't look at any sort of case studies, it's absurd to think that that would be the case. People are not equal. I don't say that because I'm looking to get away with saying some racist shit or something. That has nothing to do with it. It's just that is not how human beings operate in any way. It's just ridiculous. So aside from that, I'll be reading an abstract and I will let you know how to find it. I can't post links without doing some gay damn two-step verification shit that's a pain in the ass. Uh, yeah. So this is not one study. This is a meta-analysis of 63 different studies that all come to the exact same conclusion, because this is not my opinion. This is a matter of fact. Now you could say correlation does not equal causation, and then we could have a discussion. But you cannot make the claim that atheists are not more intelligent in general than religious people, because it's a fact. You cannot deny it. Like, you become a joke at that point. And I don't mean that to be like to attack you personally. It's just you can't be taken seriously if you get so emotional that you like put equality in front of actual facts. Like, at that point, your end goal is not truth. Your end goal is to make people feel better, which they don't mesh well. So, going ahead and getting through this. The title is The Relation. between intelligence and religiosity, a meta-analysis, and some proposed explanations. We've got Myron Zuckerman, Jordan Silberman, and Judith A. Hall. This is on PubMed. It doesn't get any more legit of a source than this. Like, no matter what I were to put, it would be considered, like, if you didn't like what I was saying, it would be stomped down before fucking PubMed and CBI. Like, again, it doesn't get any more freaking legitimate. So I'll go ahead. The abstract. A meta-analysis of 63 studies showed a significant negative association between intelligence and religiosity. The association was stronger for college students and the general population than for participants younger than college age. It was also stronger for religious beliefs than religious behavior. For college students and the general population, means of weighted and unweighted correlations between intelligence and the strength of religious beliefs ranged from negative 0.20 to the negative 0.25. Mean R equals negative 0.24. 3 possible interpretations were discussed. First, intelligent people are less likely to conform and thus are more likely to resist religious dogma. Second, intelligent people tend to adopt an analytic as opposed to intuitive thinking style, which has been shown to undermine religious beliefs. Third, several functions of religiosity, including compensatory control, self-regulation, self-enhancement, and secure attachment, are also conferred by intelligence. Intelligent people may therefore have less need for religious beliefs and practices. Now, admittedly, there is proposed assumptions, although they are assumptions based on, they're not just completely random, they're based on what we do know. I can't think of the word. They're weighted. They're based on something. They're more likely than not based on expert opinion. It's not just some random shit because they don't like religious people. That's not what's happening here. And yet again, as I said the very first time that I brought this up, this is generalized. This is big picture. This is top down. This is not me making the claim that all atheists are more intelligent than all theists. That would be absolutely retarded. But there is an obvious correlation. It's too big of a difference to just be pure coincidence. You can't make that claim. You can try to have some sort of explanation, some sort of other explanation for this, but still, I haven't really pushed any sort of explanations, really. All I've said is that there is a positive correlation with intelligence and atheism. And there is. You can plot it on a line graph and see it perfectly. It's obvious as hell. Again, 63 studies. So if at this point, if you want to be equal, or you think that it's wrong to point this out or something, like you're trying to assume my intent is like some sort of evil thing, which it's not, and so you want to shut it down to make people feel better. At this point, the only mental gymnastics you have is to not use Occam's razor and jump to some sort of other possibility for this massive gap. And if you do so, the first thing I'm going to do, just so I can kind of cover it ahead of time, I'm going to ask you why you think that is more likely. And it's not going to go well for you. I mean, I'm just being honest. So long as you are civil and you, I don't know, your actual purpose is seeking truth, so to speak, You are more than welcome to chime in, regardless of your opinion. Um, yeah, I believe that's everything. Thank you for your time.